We are in space, the final frontier, here at the observatory. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. First up, Spaceman. And he'll be taking on Muhammad Ali. 6'3" tall, the best to ever do it.
Yeah, if you've got a brawl that's in front of you, that's going to put you under pressure. Get to your ribs and get close.
Up first is Spaceman from the United States of America. Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, fighting out of Louisville, Kentucky. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
Just take note, look at the reach, look how much they're giving away in this fight.
And now for the official introductions, we turn it over to the world-renowned Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing the red trunks with red trim, Spaceman. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only three-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee, the one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event. What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one.
And what I say you must obey. Good luck.
And there's the bell for round one. I'm trying to relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. How about that time counter shot? Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
You've got to swarm on your case. You know you've got to fight. You've got to hold him. You've got to tie him up. You've got to lean on him when you come in until the referee makes you break off. But keep your hands high, because they will keep punching until that referee said stop.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter. And he scores with the counter. Just missed with that hook. The referee might need to take a point here. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it's... Hold it right there! Is this the big shot? And down goes Ali! Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
A shot from the gods took him out.
So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
To make or break a fighter.
Keep doing what you're doing and back to the field. Now don't want you to load up. Don't get me.
What are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on.
And there's the bell for round two. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope, because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Incredible work rate. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. There's a counter shot. Good counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. They exchange punches. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they have...
On to the third. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? It's obvious who the bigger, stronger fighter is. Let's see if they use it to their advantage.
This is poetry in motion. If you've got a great jab, if you've got a long reach, I know, that was me. I'm admiring what I'm seeing here.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Good counter punch. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. That counter shot lands. Oh, and they got rocked! What a moment this is! And Spaceman goes down. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes...
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be. We just saw.
I love...
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum. Hold that thought! The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for... What are they thinking? That's clearly illegal. The perfect counter lands. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink, because one big shot and this thing could be over. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That counter shot lands. Counter punch. Good counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. Punch, counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know what?
There's the bell to start round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Neither. Did you see that? Why weren't they covering up? How is this fight still continuing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and...
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. At some point, the corner has to say you're done. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. Beautiful counter shot. Can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. A very competitive round. Hold it right there. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? At this point, you gotta believe he can't win on the scorecards. There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. In trouble, and finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot.
I've got to see that again.
can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Disaster averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
And make some space, man, for Spaceman. He's been dropped. He caught him with that body shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Both men knocked down in that round. Incredible stuff.
Sometimes you talk about drawing first blood. What is...
Right hand's beautiful. That's it.
And there's the bell for round 7. Both fighters went to the canvas last round. What are we going to see here?
One fighter got knocked down earlier, got back up again to knock him down. How are they going to walk back out of this into the next round?
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. Whoa, wait a minute. Is this the beginning of the greatest? Muhammad Ali is down. Do you believe it? They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that one.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won.
Hope you brought your glow sticks. It's time to get funky here at the observatory. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for our... First up, Spaceman from the United States of America. Jake Paul, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, currently residing in Dorado, Puerto Rico.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the red trunks with red trim. Spaceman. Fighting out of the blue corner from Cleveland, Ohio in the United States. Here is the battle-ready cruiserweight and popular social media superstar. Introducing the problem child, Jake Paul.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings. No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold.
Good luck.
So here we go. Should be a good one. Good counter punch. Only catching air with that hook. Nice counter shot. Good counter punching. Just missed with that hook. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
We're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. How is this fight still continuing?
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, drop. And before they get knocked down, they choose to go down on their own and take a knee.
That's really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Perfect counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. An illegal move there. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round. And there's the bell for round two. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Can't score with that jab. An upset of the year, perhaps, right before our eyes. And make some spaceman for Spaceman. He's been dropped. He hit him with the perfect...
1, 2, 3, 4, come to me.
Showing showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Why weren't they covering up? That was the moment. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, my. That's a game changer. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far.
Clearly, that's not allowed. Seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. That is illegal. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down. You've got to think right.
And there's the bell for round 3. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come.
Clearly, that's not allowed. And we may see an early stoppage here. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Punch, counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without it.
Back at it in round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Johnny out of nowhere, look at this. The referee really thinking about stopping it. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on. That's not legal. Stumbling around in potholes. Somehow weathered the storm.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
stamina is off the charts. Good counter punch. What are they thinking? That's clearly illegal. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Now it's going to be a tougher fight because he's going to be confident.
On to the fifth we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Perfect counter shot. Jab misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Those counter punches have to hurt. Beautiful counter punch. So much for defensive abilities. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What the
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. The defense failed them. How did they survive that?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. He is down big time on the scores. There's the bell for round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough flash round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. A straight right just misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. And is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this fight. It appears that and you knew this was coming. They're going to take a knee.
Absolutely gassed out, didn't know what to do, and hurt on top of that.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent.
There's the bell to start round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counters. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That jab misses. Good counter punching. Punch, counter punch. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. And Spaceman goes down. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not... Let's see. And there's the bell for round 8. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Beautiful counter punch. They exchange punches. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Got out of the way of that right hook. Beautiful counter punch. Just missed with that hook. And now going for the finish. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that at the beginning, you'll get caught a lot more at the end.
The referee not going to be happy with that illegal move. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges... Get ready for an out-of-this-world experience as we're set for fights here at the Observatory. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable.
Up first is... a lot of trash. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. That jab had to hurt. It's bombs away. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Can't land the jab there. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Nice counter. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Seemed like eternity for them. And there's the bell to start round two. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
The referee might need to take a point here. Referee not going to be happy with that illegal move. What are they thinking? That's clearly illegal. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What's the referee thinking right now? And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different...
The bell rings and we start the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. We're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. What are they thinking? That's clearly illegal. referee not going to be happy with that illegal move. Nice job blocking the hook. Will the referee step in? Looks like they've shaken it off.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Punch, counter punch. Insane action. Looking to land the hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? Back at it in round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Why would they try something that's obviously illegal? This may do it! Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I...
And make some spaceman for spaceman. He's been dropped. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagle's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. What a huge momentum swing that's... Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
Well done with that counter shot. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. And Spaceman goes down. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are right.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. maximum respect.
At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Jab misses. A perfect counter shot. They miss with the jab. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The perfect counter lands. What are they thinking? That's clear. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering... There's the bell for round 6. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Punch himself out, though. They exchange punches. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Good counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. His stamina is off the charts. Swing and a miss with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Stumbling around in potholes, in serious trouble. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but here comes round 7. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Big swing and a miss with the... And Jake Paul goes down. You can see here on the replay, a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four. You still want to fight?
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Missing with the left hook. Catch and shoot. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the...
And we enter the 8th round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to...
Jake Paul will have to go to the canvas. And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt. That body punch right there buckled him.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
That counter punch caught him clean. Good counter punching. Punch, counter punch. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. In a mild upset, we have a draw here.
What a fight, what a battle. I'm exhausted watching it myself. And you know what? I'm happy it's a draw because nobody deserves to